We are no longer freshmen nor sophomores here at the University of the Midbar, of the University of the Wilderness, as we make our way through Sefer Bamidbar with different stops and different locations, different encampments at different classrooms here at this university that all teach and preach different lessons that the Jewish people must internalize before stepping foot in the Promised Land. And before we move forward into Parshas Chukas to learn a lot about this paradoxical red heifer, purity and purity, and how to come close to God after a mess up, and all about how the death of the righteous and how it affects the rest of the nation, along with how sharply judged the ultimately perfectly righteous are. And before finishing off Parshas Chukas with just showing how those who mess with God's chosen children get carved up like a hot, sharp knife through some moldy, old, squishy, halfway melted butter. But before all that, you must look back and see the lessons learned when we stopped by the classroom of Parshas 3 weeks ago, Parshas Baaloscha, where we saw and we must internalize that for us to step foot into the Holy Land to become perfect Jews, you must see how wretched and damning pleasure-seeking is. We learned 3 weeks ago in Parshas Baaloscha all about taiva, how it's literally motziin es ha'adam min ha'olam, it eradicates a person from this world. As we saw firsthand, that those that thirsted and longed and craved and had a hankering for more meat, more ribs, more garlic mayo, more surprise steaks, they still died with the meat between their teeth and were interred for eternity at the very bottom of Kivros HaTaiva, the cemetery of the lustful. Taiva got in the way. 2 weeks ago, we learned in Parshas Shlach all about how these really, really supremely righteous spies, they erred when they gave over some rather evil testimony about the land of Eretz Yisrael, how it consumes its inhabitants. And the Zohar tells us what got in the way was their search for honor. They wanted to keep their kavod, that they were fearful that if we go into this new land, maybe we will lose our dignified posts as the chieftains of Israel, because there's going to be a shakeup up at the top. So here we see that not only taiva can eradicate a person from the world, but Parshas Shlach told us that kavod, that honor-seeking, will present a significant obstacle in Torah and mitzvot observance. And last week, still fresh in our minds, that we saw what happens when somebody is envious of his friend. When Korach literally was motziin es ha'adam min ha'olam, he literally was eradicated by the world, that he's still down there screaming somewhere in Gehenna, somewhere in purgatory, that Moshe emes v'Torah emes, and that I was gravely mistaken, when he was jealous of his cousin. And therefore the jealousy, the envy, it got in the way. We must look back before we go forward and make sure that we have internalized these 3 lessons of Parshas Baaloscha, Parshas Shlach, and Parshas Korach, that lust, pleasure-seeking, honor-seeking, seeking glory, and also being jealous of others, these bad personality types, these bad traits, they must be stomped out. We must put forth real effort to have self-control and to trust in Hashem. And this way we will remain in the world. We'll be able to fulfill Hashem's Torah and mitzvos with all of our hearts. Thank you for listening to that episode. I hope you're well. This is Michal. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and check out all the podcasts from the Motivation Congregation Podcast Network. Please reach out on WhatsApp. Let's talk. Let's fight about these varts.
Let's grow and stag together. And if you would be so kind as to like and even write a review for the podcast, that also helps grow the platform and reach more people. And I guess if you want to be less kind, you can leave a bad review. I guess that works too. Either way, smash the link below, reach out on WhatsApp, and let's be in touch. Have a great day.